All right. Welcome as we begin today where we left off, where having awakened a sea dragon, our lovely Vikings went ahead and quickly negotiated with the help of Kurgana for 10 minutes before they would come back to kill them all, as they decided that being as bloodthirsty as they are, this enemy was beyond them. And so, with that, as you're at the here at the ship, all enemies essentially eaten, destroyed, etc. You have 10 minutes to do this, which will translate here a bit to where everybody can take one thing they'd like to do. And that will essentially be your time.
Corgana would like to get the drool and the blood off of Asphalt and Tiny from the dragon from when it nommed on them.
Nice. Oh, there.
Hold on, Asphalt. This is gonna seem a little weird, but
Watch my hair! Ow!
and I will put it into a couple of vials.
You're bottling their blood.
Well, I'm bottling because they wounded the dragon while they were on it, so whatever dragon blood got onto them.
Oh, gotcha.
And then the saliva from when the dragon decided to take a bite
gotcha.
out of.
Nice.
I collecting draconic resources, not necessarily Tiny or Asphalt pieces, but
Nice.
things that might be useful later.
Sure.
Asphalt's gonna take her time here too, because we identified the ship, the Sea Dragon, as being from the region of Thrall, but Asphalt's trying to identify a specific clan.
Okay. Very good. So you can go ahead and give me a investigation check.
Can I assist with that? Or is it looking for certain
That would be your thing, but yes.
That's cool.
Okay, can I assist Hist instead?
Sure.
Okay, great.
All right. 21.
Okay. Very good. In that case, I'm trying to find the specifics of the clan, looking at their markings. Let's see. It looks like Clan Vulgar.
Whoa. That was Cole's clan before Ragfall.
That's also Corgana's and Ruffin's.
Oh.
All right, who else? Griff, Tiny.
we preface this by saying it's nighttime, right?
Yeah, essentially.
Um,
Yes, there's various things. There was a crate that was being loaded and loaded off. There could be various things here. It's up to you how we want to do.
I would like to use light to make it easier to see if there's anything that I should grab. Because I feel like it's very easy for Griff to like go and pick something up, but it would be another thing to be able to see it
Okay, I mean you have that
while
light.
it's
Yeah,
nighttime.
give me a perception check.
8.
Okay. So looking at 8.
I'm concussed.
You are very concussed. I would say you are. I mean, there's various. Looks like what you're able to see looks like there's a crate, and that there is what looks like a cedar hope chest.
I would probably get the help chest
Okay.
compared to the crate.
All right. Then what's Tiny doing?
A hope chest, like the book. No, okay,
The hope
Never
chest
mind.
way before book.
okay. Tiny, and I assume that this is a ship, right? This is a broken, deserted ship, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's what I thought. So Tiny wants to see if she can find like maybe a captain's log with some information about like just what the voyage was doing. Maybe they encountered some sea monsters, maybe they came here for a reason, maybe they were attacked. I don't know. We'll look for the captain's quarters, which would have a captain's log.
All right. Give me an investigation check.
All right. Oh, nat 20. Let's see what I have to take off of it. Investigation. Oh, no, it's actually a +2. Okay. 22.
22. All right. Then that is what you find.
I find the captain's log.
Yeah, you're able to find. It looks like some stuff written in Valican,
Mhm.
as far as what they were doing. But with that, then I'm assuming you're making your way away from said shipwreck.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right. Then make it to shore. You do have time. It seems that the log would indicate that they were here basically transporting goods. And that they had gotten in following the light. But then it kind of goes in, maybe because the light went out, but they weren't able to see the rocks. In addition, I would say the cedar chest here. You see very fine linen undergarments, 10 yards of embroidered silk, 2 silver candlesticks, and a satin tablecloth embroidered with gold thread. If you decided to sell these, that would be a total of 500 gold pieces. And it makes note, specifically, the log made note of valuable spell components and ingredients to make healing potions was one of the things that it noted.
That might have been in the crate.
Could these silver candlesticks be repurposed to make silver ammunition or something?
Probably melted down in the correct way.
I don't know if we should sell these.
Why don't you want to sell it?
Well, because if Gondal's being hunted and they brought in those silver crossbow bolts. I thought we wanted to keep silver out of the hands of anybody who could get that.
Good idea, Asphalt. You think someone could use these to melt down and make a sword or a dagger?
Yeah, if it's heated up and smelted down in the right way.
Tiny opens up her pouch and she's got 73 silver coins and she hides it.
Silver coins have such little silver in them.
She don't know that.
Is there like a significant difference between the monetary value if we chose not to sell the silver candlesticks?
I guess it would be about maybe 400 gold.
I found a book I'm going to read.
I'm sure you're going to tell us all what it's about, Tiny.
Every single detail.
That sounds interesting. But perhaps we should read that back in the village proper.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can have a nice long nap. Because it's been a day.
Yeah, you guys don't look good.
Yeah, you doing okay, Asphalt?
What?
She's missing like a bunch of teeth.
You certainly lead with your face, Asphalt.
My grandma used to say I approach everything head on.
Yes, you do. So let's get back and we'll patch you up a bit and get some rest.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not well either.
Sorry, Ty. That slipped past my vision because you were talking more concerned about the book than your own well-being. So I thought everything was fine. What's going on with you?
I'm bleeding profusely.
Do you want us to find Braggy so you can kiss it and make it better?
No, but it does occur to me that if we're swimming in the ocean, we're going to attract some nasty creatures.
We took a boat out here.
Oh, okay.
Asphalt, heal for 22. Tiny, heal for 17.
Well, that's nice. Oh, that feels a lot better. My teeth are growing back.
Oh.
I think we're all heading to reconvene at our hangout spot, which has become the cola shop.
Meadery?
Yeah.
There you go. You're able to do so. However you'd like to proceed.
Tiny will set up the log here to start reading.
All right. So I showed you everything in it, but that's
Okay.
definitely get through it.
If this ship crashed because the lighthouse light went out, could these be the people that put out the lighthouse light? That feels like it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
It feels like something is missing.
Oh, we still don't know your connection to all this, Corgana.
Yeah. I would say specifically, Tiny, looking through it, you see no mention. Like, everything looks like this is just a trading vessel.
Oh.
There's, like, no... I would say, like, you don't get anything from it that it was meant to do anything else, and it was just going through and hit rocks in the darkness.
A red herring!
Those are some
Speaking
weird red
of red,
fish.
I think it might be the red fish people. Remember how Ulfgar was turning into one of them? And how we found all of those eggs?
Yep.
Down there was a breeding ground. What if they've come back to lay more eggs?
Well, if so, would we have seen them? I mean, we saw where they trekked. We know exactly where they went, and then they went right back to the ocean.
Did they look like humanoid footprints or like, you know, Ketmir footprints?
I don't remember. But they came directly from the direction the ship was in, and they had been there within the last 24 hours.
Matt, would we be able to tell based on when Tiny had cast Clue and looked at the footprints? Did they look like booted humans or did they look like Ketmir fish people?
They look like booted humans.
Okay. Or like humanoids, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so we still don't exactly know what they were after. The log doesn't mention anything other than they were on a trade route. So I don't think it was even them. I think somebody boarded them when they hit the rocks or took them over.
There's a lot of weird things going on around here.
I know we were looking for a connection to Corgana. I mean, they were from Clan Volgar.
Ah,
That's where you're from, right, Corgana?
I was, and I certainly did not leave on the best of terms.
that would explain it.
I don't think so because, well, we didn't find like a raiding party's boots on the beach, right?
No, just a couple. I think it was like 3. But they came directly to that spot, and then they left. As if they didn't find what they were looking for.
Well, I mean, the person that I left behind, oh, you know those people who hunt for sport and just are happy to go home and kill things and not because they just need to eat?
Mm-hmm.
That's the easiest way to describe my previous raid leader. And so, well, I don't think that they would. Well, maybe if they're around, well, either they're at the bottom of the sea, which we didn't have time to go check, which would be all too convenient. Or maybe that maybe they're here for often for glory as bigger sport, or maybe old scores. But like, they mostly just, when I was last living there, went out of their way to make my life difficult. So I don't think we're big enough that they'd come out here to make my life. Oh, unless we're on the way home from where they were this year. But if that's the case,
I hate to keep bringing it up, but I mean, Ranulf was the one who talked about how magic items were going missing. And if this is just a merchant ship, I mean, could they not have just been, they picked up some items to pawn or sell as if they had, you know what I mean? Like maybe somebody from in our clan is just passing off trade goods to help Volgar get more money and help maybe weaken our clan for the coming winter.
you're thinking maybe they just weren't here within the 24 hours and had buried something there like days or weeks ago?
well, I think maybe it's either you or Ranulf, and I mean, I'm pointing at Ranulf for sure.
I mean, you can search through my things. I have very little to my name.
I'm wondering now. Wait a minute. Now, Kakana, you said that they tried to make your life difficult, and what if they've heard about all the raiding, and they're like, they want to come get you so that you'll lead their raiding parties?
Oh, Tiny. Oh. Tiny, we're going to go into a story, and you probably might want to have a drink. You all might want to have a drink at this wonderful story. So, the last time I went raiding with Clan Vulgar, I was intending to take the season off to go ahead and go with my wife and children back home. But they insisted that I go, and wasn't present to escort or spend time with my family. I come back from the raiding season, Tiny, to find that my wife and children were not home. And in investigating matters further, there had seemed to be a mistake. That they were taken as thralls and as part of traditional practices were sent off to the Prismatic Circle. Investigating it further, my wife and son were murdered within one of their wonderful corpse of trees. So, Tiny, do you think that they want me back if they're going to do that to me?
Probably not, but
No
I mean-
fucking shit. Sorry.
I mean, I remember, Cole always said bad things about Clan Vulgar. I'm sorry about your wife and child.
Asphalt's gonna bring Corgana an empty, like, metal, like, tankard or something, and pass it to Corgana.
If you want something to throw.
I want to go. What I want right now is my daughter, and I have no idea where she's at. I didn't find her body with my other family members. But yeah, I don't think they want me back, Tiny. I'm not spoken about this before because it's a bit sensitive, but as it's pertinent to the current affairs, no, Tiny, they're not interested in me, and I'm not interested in going back.
At least we know one thing it's not.
And that is?
That they wanted you for that.
Oh no, if it was them, they'd probably want to kill me and drown me underneath the water for fun and games.
Yeah, but only sending 3 people, that
I don't think you have an appreciation for how nasty their raiders are, Tiny. I'm small compared to them.
I don't think that's true.
There's a reason why they're the biggest raiding community in Valakia, Tiny.
Yeah, but you're bigger.
just try to make me feel better, Tiny, and I appreciate it. But if they're going to cause a problem, they're going to cause a problem, and a lot of people are going to die.
Tiny, is this chest something you can check to see if the same people who boarded our beach are the people who've been maneuvering this chest?
You mean the hope chest?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yes, I can. I can definitely do that. I'm so sorry, guys. I teach the hope chest. That's why it's so funny for me. Okay, yes, I can check. If it's okay with Griff. It is Griff's chest.
It really isn't mine. I just picked it up.
You might want to ask all the ladies, Tiny. All the ladies want to touch Griff's chest.
I am too concussed for this, Corgana.
All right. Well, let's take a look inside.
Molly, we're also level 8. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. We just got
Okay. I did give the contents of the hope chest.
We're looking to see if we could identify if the people who touched this chest are the same people who walked on our beach and went to those rocks.
Perfect. All right. She cast a spell, and none of the fingerprints match.
Oh. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, at least we know that. Okay, so here's what I think is going on at this point. These are traders from Volgar. They hit the rocks. They got attacked by those sea people. Maybe they well, they had to have taken their shoes or something. I don't exactly know how that part of the story fits in, but they came on the land, looked around in that specific area, moved some rocks around, but they're not the same people as were in this chest.
Yeah.
So
They didn't take off their shoes. I just assumed the spell recognized the footprints.
all right. So maybe I misunderstood. Was it that they're humanoids who went to the shore, or were they
There's boot prints.
boot prints? Okay. And the sea people we fought were not wearing those.
They
or
don't have feet.
They didn't have feet. Good to know. Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's the part of the puzzle that's. Yeah. Okay. Huh. Yeah. So maybe these two things are just completely unrelated. As weird as that sounds.
Outside of the lighthouse causing the boat wreck.
Yeah. I mean, if this chest belonged to the people who were trading things, but that's a different group than came to the shore, what if they were stowaways? What if they were just higher ups who were there was no mention of them in the log.
And we don't actually have evidence that the ship even docked.
I feel like there's a big piece of this puzzle we're missing.
If they're stowaways and they got off, then maybe we keep looking for anyone that looks new in town. Though there are still a lot of new faces considering the summer.
Or we could do what I think we're all thinking and go talk to Ruffin?
Renolf,
Ranulf?
do you want to wait till the morning, or do you want to go wake him up and see if he's
Remember, you
canoodling
did have
with somebody
training
else?
to do with him too.
Well, I guess we can talk to him tomorrow.
So what about Mardog and Asa? What about that?
Gorgana, I can sense you quickly trying to change the subject. And just before we move too far away, I just wanted to say it's really special to me how you've really opened up tonight and how you've been honest with us. Honesty in the party, it's so important. And I feel like we've really grown closer. I feel like we've really built some trust. And I'm happy you let us do that here tonight, Corgana.
Yep. It's not easily broken. But when it is, it's irreparable.
Irreparable.
So above table, I just want to clarify. So the footprints that we saw, or like that was with Tiny's clue spell, doesn't match any of the people from the ship.
Correct.
But they do match Corgana.
Yes.
No. Well, yeah.
Well,
There's.
You found Kurgana's prints there.
Yeah.
But we above table know that was because of the shadow things, right?
Above
Okay.
table, yes.
I'm just trying to get my head back
Above
into where
table,
we're all
you know what you're
at.
investigating is Kurgana's crime.
Yeah.
Tiny has entirely excused Kurgana.
Yes. Okay. And I will say Griff is still operating under the assumption that the whole issue with like the lighthouse has something to do with the redfish people. I'm just trying to figure out how to phrase it. Okay, so back in, Griff would be like, again, I still think that those redfish people are a concern, considering there were eggs that we destroyed, and we kind of think that it might have been a breeding ground, and if this is the next year, and they've come back to to maybe lay eggs or see what happened to their spawn, and they're no longer there, that's a concern.
I agree. They're really close to the borders of our clan, and I do think that that's scary.
But didn't we also block off the grotto too?
I believe so. I believe we did block off every entrance except the one from the lighthouse.
So the fact is that they can't get in, and
Mhm.
they know that their spawn might be there, or in the general area. They might be looking for a new place to leave their eggs.
It's true.
Well, do you want to go back and argue with the giant sea monster that almost ate our face off?
Not this morning. Not in the immediate moment. Maybe tomorrow morning.
Good luck with that. I think I have plans for somewhere to be somewhere else tomorrow for breakfast, Griff. I'm not going to tell that thing where it can or cannot live, and if we have to uproot the village, well, that's which one of those things is going to happen first. But in regards to that, cool. So we've got, well, the way I see it, Griff, while they are a problem, if we're looking at this from a tactical perspective, they do act as a pseudo buffer between us and Asa's people, because they like to fight and get through things. And so, if we've got a bit of a buffer, having a few of them around might be like an early warning sign sort of thing, where there's conflict going on, and might not be to our detriment either. The enemy of my enemy is my friend sort of thing.
That's true.
I'm not saying it's the best thing in the world, but letting them get away with the sword might have been worse, and so And then if there's additional conflict down there, then it's going to piss off the dragon, and well, they might back off the dragon, and you know, it might just be a nice way to help establish some healthy borders for everybody. You don't seem to like that idea, Griff.
Well, while I'm worried about the dragon, I believe, like, I don't know whether or not the dragon will consider those red fish people as friends, enemies, a particular like nuisance, or whether or not they don't care about them entirely. And then we'll have the dragon, the fish people, and Asa's former clansmen, all bearing down upon us in one particular area.
I will add another thing above table just for Molly, that we did observe combat and the dragon did take out the red fish people kind of like nuisances,
Okay.
just because they were in the way. So we did see that.
Yes, it turned us. It was an equal. It was a non-discriminatory barbecue.
Yes.
I think what we need is just a order of investigation here. We know that we need to talk to
Ranulf.
Ranulf. We now want to also investigate the possibility of the redfish people in Egg Lane. So those are two things. And then, well, as far as I know, those are the two main ones that we need to cover. So which one do we want to handle first?
I'd like to know what Ranulf's been doing, following me around, if they've been following me around.
Okay. I tend to agree.
I don't like leaving loose threads, and if I have to kill them, I'd rather kill them myself. And after tonight, I'm feeling a little bloodthirsty.
Gorgana, we can't go around just killing people until we hear them say the words.
The door opens to the mirror.
Oh no.
And in walks, you can see Gondol's father, looking all of you very frightened. There's
Hey,
something has happened to me, and I wanted to seek your guidance and help. And he points behind him, and you can see he casts no shadow.
the world.
I don't know. I was pointed out to me earlier at the Law Shrine, and I was quite dismayed.
We know that Rudy used some kind of shadow magic, but we got rid of Rudy.
Wait, hold up. Above table, remind me about Rudy.
He was the spirit that you
Right.
killed, the elf spirit guy, but
That was his
in
name.
that
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Wow, that's what you called him.
yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
In that fight there were shadow curses that were put on us.
Mm-hmm. Well, wait a minute. Is that why I'm still hearing? I mean, I'm not hearing anything. What am I talking about?
Well, what
Okay,
was
so
that,
we'll-
Tiny? What
What?
was that? You almost said something and then you stopped saying something.
Just drinking the alcohol. But we do need to help out our friend here. So when was the last time you had a... I don't know how to ask this, but when was the last time you had a shadow?
Right. I only recently noticed, so I don't know. I guess the last time, right. I was just kind of thinking, it goes, Mordor said that she enjoyed my shadow for its shade about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I was at the shipyard and she kept on saying, "Stand here so I can be in your shadow and the sun's not in my eyes."
Oh,
Can you walk us through your last day? Like, who did you speak to? Where did you go?
My
Did you
last day?
Yeah, the last 24 hours.
Okay. Okay, that's 24 hours. I woke up. Spent the night looking at the books, talking to the new merchants, making sure they had everything they need. And in the morning, I went about writing letters to that were describing the good content here, all the business to be sent out to others for next year. So we have more merchants here.
I know our new visitors are clanless, right? But did you get the sense that any of them had particular allegiances to Clan Volgar?
No.
Did you meet with Renolf at all today?
Oh, no. Today,
Or the last 24 hours in this period of time since you've noticed your
I mean, I did not meet with him. I think he was at the shrine.
And the first moment that you realized you didn't have a shadow, what were you doing?
I was looking at Asa. She said, "You have no shadow."
Griff or Hist, do you think you guys could figure out the nature of what's happened? Is it a curse?
Can I do an Arcana check, or does that magic or something?
Yeah, you can do Arcana if you'd like.
I will assist said check with perhaps detect magic.
I'll show you give advantage through that.
26.
Okay. So, looking at this carefully, this seems to be a curse from a very unusual and I would say rare form of necromancy. You've heard it called Steel Shadow.
The Laneshi people are necromancers, right?
Maybe we need a whole list.
I mean, they are. It's something that they can find it in strongly. And maybe since Mardog, Asa's been seen around with Mardog, that they wanted to punish Mardog through Asa, and it seems weird, but maybe.
Like, punish for what?
Because Asa was one of them at one point.
Yeah. In addition, Hist, you know, the things of the curse basically is a weakening. They won't be able to touch things as much or hold things. Basically, it decreases their strength.
Is Gondel in the room, by the way, right now?
She would be at the bar.
How is she taking?
I think at this point, just this conversation, she's not butting in, so she probably doesn't know what this conversation is about.
No, but how is she taking her father actually showing up here?
She's fine.
Okay.
Because she's just, it's been a few weeks. She just, still studies herself.
Okay.
At this point, we clearly have a problem. There are people taking actions against clan people using What's the thing? Using magic, that's got to be a very small list of people. And necromancy magic, that's an even smaller list of people.
That's true. Unless people have secrets we don't know about.
Grindel, what about these people that you've invited foreigners here? What do you know about them?
They're a well-trusted family. And they don't... I wouldn't think they'd be doing anything against the clan. Merchants don't like to do things that interfere with business.
What happens if they had something personal that needed to be sorted out?
If they do, I wouldn't know.
Griff, do you know anything that can, like, heal curses?
I know of a spell that removes curses. But that's about it. Matt, I also want to point out I'm not actively like looking around, but detect magic does allow me to sense the presence of magical effects within 30 feet, whether I like it or not. And
Yes.
player me knows about Corgana. Does that ping anything off?
It doesn't.
Okay, good. That would have been awkward. I could try removing the curse, but I don't know if that's going to restore his shadow, since it was stolen, right?
Correct. You'd imagine you might have to get it back.
Yeah, it's like, even though it's like a curse, it severed something from his being. Does that make sense?
I would say looking very specifically. This is what I'll give you because you were helping Hist with this. Normally, you could probably do that if the shadow was just sort of available, and in fact, this generally would only last a week. But from what you can tell, the shadow was used for something, expended, and thusly is likely gone forever.
I will mention this.
What can a shadow be used for?
As it creates great shade, according to Grindel.
Well, considering the fact that it seems to be weakening him, it could be seen as part of one's life force, which taking that could power almost anything.
I still suffer with the why. Why would somebody do that?
Again, I'm not certain, but I believe it might be to probably power something, or at least similar to a Lich's Phylactery or something like that.
People do a lot of things for power.
I mean, if they're weakening Grindel, maybe they want the business here, that it's been good enough that they want to take over.
Wouldn't the business just go to Grindel's daughter?
With how popular Gondel is in town?
Would it matter? I mean, we have laws.
Sure. Do you
There are
think
no
maybe-
inheritance laws in Valaka.
It is a might makes right sort of inheritance.
Who is Grindel's eldest child?
Gunvar.
Oh, my boss. I think he would first go to Gunvar.
Wait, but if there's no inheritance laws, how does property like this get decided so that I know?
Who can keep it?
Well, I mean, I still say Gondel would be able to
Gunvar.
keep it. Gun. So many names.
People would choose to do business elsewhere if Grindel inherited, just as they don't come here to the meadery. And they don't want her goods at the hall at Raffenschein. Which would be a mercantile opportunity for a new merchant to come in.
What if, let's say, for example, let's just say this is true. If the Hairsares were to take a stance on it, it's very unlikely people would even try to inherit. Or not inherit, but try to take. Right?
Or it would force things into a bigger political conflict because we're forcing people to do things that they don't want.
Incorrect, because they'd be using magic. And we all know how the people feel about magic here.
Except all of us here use magic.
But not against innocent people. We use it in
Sure.
battle.
Are you saying that somehow this is some kind of plan to make magic evil again?
I'm speculating again. We have nothing to go off of. I'm going off of people are afraid of magic. If they hear more magic is going on, we're the biggest sources of it within town, frankly speaking, beyond like Asa, right? And so, cool. People are further afraid of us. This makes Sven look good because he's not magic and he's not part of the Hersers. And then the merchants look better because again, well, they're kind of foreigners outside. It could just be things to like, we've heard all these wild rumors, aimed at Roffin. If the Hersers are seen as quote unquote bad, then or unable to do something about these bad things, then it's just one more thing undermining what the power structure that supports Roffin. So this could actually be lined up at Roffin as, you know, just a further way to destabilize things here. Just like the rumors that he's hiding magic items from us. Like, it just, maybe there's something else going on here that's bigger.
Not to complicate things too much, but on the flip side, we could also consider that maybe things are a lot smaller than we're assuming that they might be. Now we have two people from Grindel's family who seem to be targeted. Could this be the Benisons just trying to get back at their old rivals?
I feel like we're not going to know anything unless we go talk to these people.
Who are the Benisons?
They're the they're like the big farming family. And Grindel's family is the big merchant family. And they're like the two matriarchal / patriarchal big society leaders here.
Braggy is in the Benison family.
Yes.
Oh! Okay. This is turning into such a mess, man. Oh, I love it. But, well, it could be that. It could be some rivalries. I'm an outsider, as it were, so that's a good point, Asphalt. We're gonna have to stick our noses in a few places, I think.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm getting at. We're just playing the game of what if at this point. But it's time to go find evidence. It's time to go talk to the people. Because otherwise we're just watching all this happen, and then the next thing's going to happen. And before you know it, people are going to be walking in not only without shadows, but without, noses or whatever.
Grindel, how's this going to affect your business?
So it gets out that I would have a curse. Might not be good, but see what I can do.
Do you think they're going to treat you like your daughter?
What? No one treats you bad, do they, hun? No, of course not, Father.
Right. We'll look into this, but it's a few things we have to, and if you find anything else out, we'd appreciate it.
Hey, nod.
We'll investigate this and hopefully find those responsible and bring them to justice. All right, everyone. Let's go talk to the Benisons, right?
How about we get some sleep first, Tiny?
All right.
Considering it's also the middle of the night.
Let's all sleep
That-
here. Because we still haven't ruled out that they're coming after Gorgana, and I don't want anybody attacking any of us in the night.
I don't sleep.
You can be our guard.
Is that why you're like this, Hist?
Maybe?
Okay.
I've never really felt the need to be honest.
Before we go to sleep, Asphalt just does kind of want to have like a small word with Gondel.
Okay.
Hey, Gondel. I did just have a small question. I mean, we all know your dad can be a little out of touch, with some stuff. Is there anybody you could think of that maybe would have it out for him?
And Asphalt's actually asking to try and get a sense of if Gondel has it out for him.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, 17.
She kind of. I did talk much about what I would do to him because it seems like he does not care for me anymore. I didn't keep those sentiments all to myself, but I didn't do anything to him.
Do I believe her?
Make an insight check.
Oh, come on. 12.
12. No. Well, she seems like she's telling most of the truth. She does seem worried about who might have done it.
Okay. Is there anybody specific you've confided in, Gondel?
Yeah. Just looks at you. Well, of course, it's good to confide in the Hairsayers, right?
Well, absolutely.
Well, so that is all.
Well, just us? Like nobody else who could have done something bad to your dad? Just
No.
us?
Just the Hairsayers.
Interesting. I guess that must not be it then.
And Asphalt has a lot to think about before going to sleep.
Tiny sleeps right next to Gorgana. Keep Gorgana safe.
Tiny,
Yeah, so I got it.
you're gonna have to talk to Gondal in the morning and let them know why you're sleeping so close.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, Gondor walks in, sees this. Oh.
They're
Tiny.
Yes.
I didn't realize that other company was arranged for.
Oh, we thought we could use the floor here if it was okay.
The floor has served us well many times. I guess.
Did- I would prefer your company, Gondal. Tiny's a bit concerned that people might be trying to kill me.
You don't think I'm good, guardian? Good enough, Tiny?
What?
You don't think I can keep the man I share my bed with safe?
Who do you share your bed with?
You're next to him currently.
I look at both sides. Who am I next to?
I believe you're old. I think Kurgata's the only one there.
Oh.
You know what you said? You were sleeping right by my side, Tiny.
Oh. I didn't know. Well, I will be happy to know that I was just going to, in case somebody came in, I was going to be like a bodyguard. But if you want this spot, I'll go somewhere else.
Yes, I will take my spot back.
Okay.
Corgana dismounts to Gondal. Thank you.
I go and sit by myself.
I just want everybody to know that I rolled an intelligence check to see if Asphalt could put anything together, and I did roll a natural 1. So Asphalt has not put anything together.
This is turning into a Shakespearean comedy of errors.
Indeed. So, Hiss and Griff, where are the two of you?
Oh, I believe Hiss was watching that whole interaction. I thought that was the
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. I'm just verifying. And Griff?
Griff is gonna be like, and I'm the one that has to, that Corgana's been trying to like get to be with other people. I see how it is, Corgana. Okay. Walks over, pulls out the bedroll, is like in the corner of the room, just like, I see how it is, Corgana.
Very good. Then you all may take a long rest.
Oh, that was a good night, everybody.
Wake up.
To start, Matt, we had I had week 4 was what we were going into, or what we had just completed, one or the other.
Whoa, I'm at week 6.
Yeah, that's.
Oh well, then
must be way more.
because that's where my weeks are off. So yes, please go with asphalts. So
Okay, I know. We didn't do 4. Okay. Cool. Sounds good.
that was a very busy night, and I just wanted to say that thank you all for making this to be an environment where I can feel like I can share a bit about myself. So thank you. I haven't felt that in a long time.
It's sounds like your past is very painful, Corgana, but it's really nice that it seems like you've been able to find companionship, you know, now.
And people to confide in.
Sometimes I just hear this voice in the back of my head that tells me this is all a giant mistake, and this is gonna come burning down too, and betrayal of who and what.
Oh, we'd never betray you.
I felt a little betrayed last night when I was put in the corner, but yeah.
Tiny, if you want to join Grindel and I, you get to talk to Grindel about that conversation.
What were you saying, Corgana?
I was saying, if you don't want to be put in the corner,
No, before that.
that in regards to being like betrayal of my previous life, that and being here, I'm not working towards figuring out what happened to my daughter, or trying to honor my wife and my son's death, and it weighs a bit on me. But you guys have given me some space, and that maybe that's okay. I fight about it sometimes in my head, but we have work that needs to be done and things to investigate to figure out what the fuck is going on here.
All right, well, everybody get your breakfast, and I'm gonna lead us to. I almost said the Benisons. Is that correct? The Benisons?
Either Benisons or Ranulf. I don't know where we want to start.
I guess Ranulf would be the smart move because he's just the one person and he's connected to so much stuff. But whatever we all feel.
If we're going to talk to Ranulf, maybe we should talk to Asa first in case we have to take drastic measures about the way we have to go about doing that.
All right. She's trying to go to Renal first.
It's okay. So it's Asa, Ranulf, Benisons. Is that correct?
Corgana just wants to check what the laws are in case we have to do anything, what they are.
Oh, okay.
If we have to take action against the clanmate, what are the requirements, or what is the legal standing if we have to do something?
All right. So we're first.
Asa. It sounds like.
All right. Sounds good. All right. So you make your way to Asa, who's tending the shrine. Looking at you, she bows her head, greets, and smiles. Ah, yes, it is good to have you. What? I am worried at this unexpected visit. But what can I help you with?
We had some legal questions.
Of course. The stone is here, but I would be interpret.
We're investigating the possibility of a clan member being involved in casting magic against another clan member, as well as possibly being involved in an exchange of stolen items from the clan to another clan. And when we confront this person, we would like to know what our legal limits are. Does that cover everything?
So this is only stolen property?
Stolen property and casting magic against a fellow, and to be more specific, casting curses against a fellow clansmate.
What did this curse Is this a curse that took something?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. Then, I would say, so it would be damages.
Okay. So, like, monetary, or do
Yes,
we...
if they stole objects, it would be the monetary value of the objects. Then we would calculate the likely loss of that the curse imposes upon the rest of their earnings of their life, and put the gold costs on that, and they would be responsible for paying the fine.
What if it was something that was irreplaceable, such as
a child?
Ow. Nope.
A child would be 250 gold.
Okay. What about a breath?
A breath?
Mm-hmm.
One single breath?
No, I like the smell of the breath.
Like their breath no longer smelt bad.
No longer smelled good.
Bad breath. I see. I'd probably say 5 silver.
And let me just throw this one out there, just for. What about like something, I don't know, like a shadow?
Shadow. Good in. That sounds pretty bad. 50 gold.
50 gold. Okay. What if it also weakens the person in some way, like makes them incapable of holding things?
I
And
see. Does this interfere with their job?
possibly, yes.
Well, that's a big. That's
Then
a big.
yes. Let's go with yes.
Yes. Okay. So they have limited future employment opportunities. I'd probably say maybe 250 to 300.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, this is pretty easy. Okay. And then stealing clan secrets to give to another clan.
Stealing clan secrets. Oh, that could be banishment.
Banishment. Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
All right. So, banishment plus who knows, 400, 350, 300 gold.
Yes, murder is 250, so you have to think of that. You think
Murder.
killing someone 250 gold, then we go down.
Okay. Makes sense.
And so if what happens is also the real question I had is, let's say we confront this person about it with, are we to bring you the evidence of such, or can we confront them directly, and if they start to fight we can just kill them?
So this is clanmate, yes?
Clanmate. Yes.
So for a clanmate, they must be brought to the stone for judgment.
Okay.
Got it.
Non-clanmate, like say visiting merchants?
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
Unless they're associated with Velikan. The merchants, I do believe, were given provisional clan status, though.
Yes.
Of course.
Temporarily.
So, correct. As long as they live here. So this would be, yes. And of course, fair to pay, one to be banished or killed, or all those sorts of things.
Okay.
Very good. Very good. Okay, I think that answers.
Which,
Anybody else?
incidentally, if you wish Ulfgar to have his freedom, you could, if you were to be able to arrange a 250 gold fee for the murder, that would free him up.
Wait, I'll pay that right now.
I'll let everyone know.
Wait, who do I give it to? Do I have to sign a receipt or
Hey,
something?
what are you doing, Asphalt?
Ulfgar, he's been locked up in the lighthouse for like 2 seasons.
Oh,
Wish to pay his wear guild? That is fine.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So I will make sure it goes to your grieved party.
Okay, here you go.
Asphalt, it's 250? Yeah, I
Yeah.
hands it over.
He will. She goes, all right. After I take care of this, I will make sure that he is released to the general population.
Well, wait a minute. Who murdered Cole?
He was not murdered.
Oh,
It was the stone golem fight.
that's
Ulfgar was
right.
upstairs the whole time.
Okay, got it. Just trying to cash in.
Asa,
Yes.
it was brought to our attention last evening that You noticed someone's shadow missing.
Indeed.
Do you tell do you know anything about that?
And I noticed as I was talking to him, and it was quite disturbing. I suggested he go to you, Ersares. That's why I rather enjoyed the little game Danny was playing with me. But that's all I really know.
No problem.
Just with him and well, to be honest, he and Rano were here, and they were both asking on the same finer points of the law.
Which were?
How does one legally usurp the current chief?
Oh. Oh wow. That's big.
Excuse me?
Well, I would only tell you, Ersares, but indeed. Where do you stand on such a thing? There are many rumblings. Surely you have heard them.
We have no intentions of doing that at all. I mean, I think I speak for every. Do I speak? I speak for everybody.
So that we're aware of the
Okay.
also. So we're aware of the nuance should such a act occur. What did you tell them?
Well, the law, mostly that if they could produce evidence of a crime that the chief has made against the tribe. But accusations and even an eyewitness account would be insufficient. That they would need physical evidence of some type, or possibly eye of the actual issues. But, and also that if they do not have physical evidence, one can challenge to a physical fight with accusation in front of the whole clan. And the time, well, the traditional time of such things is the last week of autumn. When the whole clan gathers at the log stone. And
Can the chief name a champion?
yes, though most are too proud to do so.
I have another question about law. What's the fine for sharing a bed with someone who might be, what's the right word? Betrothed? Taken?
Oof. We're not barbaric. There's no fine for such things.
Oh, good.
Also, no, if someone wishes to share a bed, they share a bed. Any other issues would be between any aggrieved party. And I mean, if they wish to beat you to a pulp, that's their business. Then they might owe you 10 gold.
Sometimes the 10 gold's worth it, Tiny.
All right.
And if they killed you, they'd owe 250 to your loved ones.
Let's consider it.
So I many don't upset business people. They can pay the fines.
Well, those were all my questions. Wait, how long is it till this autumn meeting anyway?
5-6 weeks.
Oh. Oh dear. All
Thank
right.
you, Asa. And again, apologies for the interruption last night.
Of course.
And thank you for the net.
So we
Right.
definitely have to talk to Ranulf, right? Like right away.
Yeah.
His name keeps cropping up, all this stuff at the bottom of it. Ranulf.
Yeah, we do need to talk to him. I'd say we go there right now.
Uh,
All right. It's going to the training grounds. All right. So, making your way there, you see we're now in the middle of training everybody. Remember, the chief had asked you to assist in this. He's got people firing arrows and all types of things. What would you like to do?
Hi, we come to assist with the training.
Of course. Hey, Harrisons! Very excited to see everyone. Yeah, how are you gonna help? I'm sure. Do you have more lessons to teach us? Everyone, the Harrisons are here to teach us.
That's right. So, do we have to pick 2 skills to teach?
Yes. I don't
Okay.
know if you're going to do anything else. Okay, so give me a sec.
Just figured it'd be easier to do some small talk after this.
unless our training is awful.
We can seek him for advice.
All right. Very cool. Then this does, and we'll get to all the weeks that you spent doing all these things, but this will spend some weeks. But yeah, you get to choose between shield wall training, arrow volley training, and winter ambush training.
I have my favorite.
So you ultimately get to do 2 of these, and it takes 2 to complete the quest.
What are y'all thinking?
Winter ambush is defensive? Or
Winter ambush training. It's mostly testing their stealth.
got it. So this is for us to ambush things in the winter.
Yes.
Got it.
I'm of the opinion that based off of we've started with fortifications on the outside of things, like we've shored up the outside, that having shield walls is good. But that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah. You show them how to make an impenetrable wall of shields to
Combine
defend.
with the to combine with the fortifications we've put on the outskirts. of
Well,
town.
to make a battle formation basically.
For
Like
me,
they hold the shields, right? So
I like the arrow volleys because we haven't done any arrow training for them at all. Last time we did stealth and melee.
Okay.
I kind of agree. I like those two, the shield and the arrows. I don't know if I feel as strongly about winter ambushing.
That sounds good to me.
A little low, Aiden.
Oh, sorry, I was just saying that sounds good. I was thinking about those two as well.
You do sound a little underwater.
Oh,
Molly, do you have any thoughts?
You're muted, Molly.
Sorry, my mom was giving me my birthday present.
Oh.
So I remember, the only thing I remember about the 3 different ones was winter ambushing. All I
So
remember.
The
There's
3 of
also
them
Arrow
are.
Volley and shield wall.
You sound a lot better, Aiden.
Cool.
Shield wall would be my
Cool.
So it sounds like a shield wall and arrow volley sort of thing.
I'm good with that.
Sounds great.
Me too.
Okay. Okay, very good. In that case, you go through the training, and anything specific you want to show them?
I mean, I would definitely, being one of the people with lots of longbow, crossbow experience, I'd be showing them different maneuvers, including with my repeater.
Okay, so I thought we were doing shield wars. Is this arrow volley?
I thought we were choosing two.
We are.
Oh,
Just
that-
which,
oh.
but we're doing one.
Oh,
now.
we're doing
Oh.
one now. I'm sorry. Never mind. Okay, go ahead.
You get to do two, but it's 1 week for one and another week for another one.
Understood.
We could start with either one.
Yeah, I'm good with either. I just wanted to know what I was doing.
If you have an idea, Jackie, then we could start with the arrow volley.
volley? I'm good with that.
Yeah, just in the sense of like showing them how to angle a bow so that it hits a target, including against the wind. So probably set up a group of dummies so that when they're volleying, just to see how many arrows they can get to hit the targets in a specific area, including against wind and rain or whatever the weather conditions are.
All right.
Has to be explaining the different types of like walls that we might actually come across and the different defenses they use for their own archers and where to aim to be able to hit the archers of the people we're raiding, like where they'd most likely hide depending on the shape of the wall and how it's positioned and things like that.
Oh, nice. All right. And this sounds pretty
Corgano?
good. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say Corgana will act as the moving target.
So ultimately, they set up these scarecrows for you all to demonstrate. So I need everyone to make. Well, we'll go in order. So we'll start with Tiny. So I need Tiny to make 3 ranged attack rolls.
Perfect. Okay. The first one is a 19. Whoops.
So 19.
Yeah.
All right. Whew, that hits.
All right. The second one is a 26.
That hits.
And the third one is even better. That is a 29.
Ooh, very good. So, in all those, you're hitting the scarecrows, and as they walk around with shields, kind of showing them what to do. Then they rearrange the scarecrows with some moving things, trying to put their tactics into things. Here's are watching, rather. So they're taking tips from Tiny as how to aim, and who's going to show them some more tips. So who's going to go next?
Are all of these checks going to be ranged?
All of them are
attack?
ranged attacks. So everyone gets to do 3 ranged attacks for this.
Do spell attacks count?
Yes.
Oh, magic.
I'll go next.
All right.
This
You're
is
going
the
to
thing
cheat
with
with
them.
Magic Missile?
It's not a spell attack.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that counts. I just do 3 spell attacks.
Yes.
22,
Nice.
11,
All right.
and 15.
All right. The first one hits, and the other ones do not. They go. He doesn't know what he's doing. Tiny's much better.
Can I throw
magically throw rocks from the opposite direction to kind of simulate the idea of a volley. Arrows are coming at them while they are shooting arrows, and how to continue shooting even though there's stuff coming
Oh
at you.
yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Natural 20.
Ooh.
Worse. 13.
Okay, that misses.
And 26.
That will hit. So they go, yes, to get more and more into this. So Griffer Kurgana.
Could Korgana just essentially, because while learning new skills, it is a very frustrating and annoying process to fail. Talk and try to keep morale up.
They need to be shown how to fight. I need the checks. I need the ranged attack checks.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's fine. It's the same. It's the same bonus one way or the other. So that's.
Oh, if you want to
fine.
flavor it that way, then I'm good with it.
Is it possible that Korgana and I could do something like a tag team, almost like Korgana could do a physical attack and I could do a magical attack?
They were trying to show off shooting, and so that is a little harder in regards to her.
In the sense, it's two different kinds of volleys coming from like different directions.
I mean, you could do that, yeah. I think both of you could just do, but I think it would still be magical because that's what Korgana can do.
It is.
Okay.
Korgana cannot shoot an actual bow. But yeah, again, Korgana would flavor it as they're talking them through the process in regards to the comparison.
I like
between
that, like with his back, aim. Yeah. You're really giving more of the teaching.
And it's the same role for attack or persuasion for me right now.
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
okay, and you need 3 of them.
Yep.
Okay. Natural 20 for 27,
Nice.
25, and 10.
All right. So I do get to learn a little bit more from you. Then Griff.
Natural 20,
Nice.
a natural 20,
Woo!
and a 10.
Nice.
But a natural 10.
I can't
No,
believe
it was a 2. It was a 2.
Can't believe all these natty 20s wasted on this training.
But I will also
Wasted.
say it was almost another natural 20. That would have been like crazy.
Y'all gonna be thankful for this in winter.
It's
are.
true. Not
We
wasted.
are.
Not wasted.
Nice. Very cool. All right. So you've increased your army's attack bonus by 10.
Woo.
They have plus 10 to hit.
Ooh.
Oh goodness, yes. They're as good as Tiny.
They're better than me.
All right. So that is that.
Assume we're able to get.
Yeah, if you want to kind of get run out, he's very kind of go, good job. This is awesome. Can't wait for you guys to come back next week.
Yeah. Hey, you got a minute so we can all just chat and sit down a minute and just talk.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. So, did you hear about what happened last night?
What happened last night?
Oh,
Oh, you mean the shipwreck?
yeah, the shipwreck.
I did. Yeah, I had to, take I'm training a new White House worker right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever? Do you go out there often or anything? Because I hate the idea of that thing being abandoned.
I mean, I patrol the at least I try to get everywhere in the town once a day, as long as I don't have a lot of trainees.
Okay. I'm gonna try to do an insight check on that. See if he's holding back any intel.
Okay.
Okay. That is a. Where's my brain? 16.
Okay. I mean, so far it seems he's giving you his report.
Okay. All right. You didn't notice any on the last time you were out there, did you notice any rocks or anything kind of all piled together?
No. I mean, there's a lot of rocks out there, but nothing that looked weird.
Well, we have reason to believe that some of those people from that ship might have come on the shore.
Oh. I
Yeah.
heard they all died.
Oh, yeah. Well, this was before that.
Oh. Well, that'd be strange. Why do you think they were coming?
No idea. That's why we were hoping you might know something. Maybe you'd seen something while you were out there. And
Oh, I see. No, I never saw a ship or anything out there.
you sure you didn't see a pile of rocks? They're
Yeah.
pretty noticeable.
I mean, like I said, I saw rocks, but nothing like the pile. I mean, I don't know what you're.
Yeah, they were just like these larger rocks that were all just kind of from. It looked like they were carried from possibly the shore to halfway between the shore and the lighthouse, and just stacked all together, as if there was something in there hiding.
I
And
mean, the line. I don't know. I didn't notice anything unusual.
okay. Have you seen Is his name Grinal? Is that the guy with the shadow?
Grindel.
Grinal.
Grindel.
Grindel.
Yeah.
Grindel. All these G names, they get to me. Have you seen Grindel lately?
Yeah. I was at the. I saw him near the Lost Stone.
Oh, good, good. So you probably know about the situation.
What situation?
Well, maybe not. You didn't notice anything weird about him?
Oh, you mean when Nasta City had no shadow?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that family, they've got weird things going on.
Yeah, that's really weird, right? Like I've never even
I
heard of
mean-
anything like that.
Turning into a wolf, almost killing fellow Velikins, not having a shadow, I'd say, I don't know if that's that much weirder.
Yeah, I guess you got a point.
I mean, very glad that all of you we were able to help her control everything. So that's a good thing. But I'm just saying, not that weird.
Okay. Since we're talking about Grindel, I'll do another insight. I want other people to jump in here, guys. So that's 17 for me, and then I'll be quiet.
Okay, I mean, again, pretty straightforward.
Corgana's just gonna lean down to Tiny's ear. You're doing well. You want to lead. You got to ask the tough questions.
People can ask questions too.
I ask questions with my sword. You want me to bring it out? Ask a question
Asphalt,
right
Bah!
ask a question.
Where were you last night, Ranulph?
Last night? Oh, I was talking to Braggy.
Was that at the time of the... Is that when you heard about the shipwreck, or you heard about that today?
Oh, at the shipwreck, I think I was asleep.
Right.
I mean, I was woken up by it. I heard the shipwreck because they come and get the Master of the Guard first.
Right. Who was it that got you? We're just trying to get all our ducks in a row.
Oh, jeez. I think that was Mardal.
All right, good to know. I did want to speak to her too. You know, she also saw the stuff about the shadow.
Yeah, but
Have you ever heard of something like that? Just someone's
Oh,
shadow
shadow?
disappearing?
No. Sounded pretty dark indeed.
magic can be scary.
Yeah. I mean, except for all the stuff with your fight against the Wraith. Braggy was singing about that.
Yeah.
What is your relationship with Braggy and his family?
Oh, just friends, and he was just looking for some advice.
What sort of advice, if I may inquire? Is it with ladies?
Yes.
Can I insight check
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
16.
Dirty 20.
Okay. From the way he's standing, it was definitely he's telling the truth, but you think the company discussed is present.
Oh. But like, do you have like? Braggy's got a bunch of siblings. Have you been talking to Braggy about his sisters too?
Oh. No. I've been real busy with all of that, and I don't know. I don't know if that's been the way of. There's a lot going on. I don't know if now is the time for romance. For me, anyway. I mean, Braggy, he just sings. It's his business.
Have you heard any more about stuff going missing? Like at the start of autumn?
What was voice? I've heard that the king steals more and more and puts it off to others, given to Valikan's enemies. That he may one day leave us to their mercy.
Did you hear that?
A few people. It's just about the streets.
I'm gonna be direct with you, Ranulf, because I think you're an honorable man. Is Sven telling you any of this?
No.
Insight check. Do I believe him?
Give me insight.
Ah, fuck. 14.
Nothing seems off. He says it.
Is this why that you're looking into things with Asa, Ranulf? That you're concerned for the welfare of the tribe?
Yeah. Want to know. Because one thing I learned from all of you is you do things the right way. And if a thing was going to be done, it needs to be done with honor.
That is true. Take it.
I mean, at this point, I think anyone would do better, but I would hope you all would step up.
Ranulf, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is there anyone other than the chief who you think would want to frame you for something?
Frame me. Not that I can think of.
Okay. I only ask because there's been a lot of weird coincidences we've been coming across lately. And a lot of them, well, to be perfectly honest with you, have led us to questioning you. Whether it's the footprints by the lighthouse, which of course you've explained, or certain issues with other Grendel's issues, which you were at the Lawsayer at the same time. It's again, that's not incriminating, but it's almost as if there are a lot of things that keep wanting to point to you, even if you're not involved. And I don't know if someone else is trying to point at you.
I mean, I can't think of anyone who. I mean, I guess if people would be fiercely loyal to the chief, and they heard of some of the things I've been looking in about, but I mean, I wouldn't know anyone in particular.
Are you planning to go to the autumn meeting?
The little clan goes.
What do you think's going to happen there?
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Ranulf, you said you wanted to do things honorably, that you want to do things right, and we've inspired you to do so. And you would hope that we would step up if things were truly amiss, yes?
Yes.
So we want to do right with the clan too, because the clan needs to survive and thrive. You know, you've brought rumors to us. We need more than rumors, Ranulf, and we're trying to put out like 6 different fires at the same time. So before you do anything, could you bring us to us? So that way we can help you if it's and determine if things are right and just. You know, we're trying to do the same thing with Gondal and everything there, and help out Grindel. So you know, we're trying to find out all these things to help build this clear picture of what's actually going on in the tribe.
I mean, I don't know how anyone would get evidence, but sure. If anyone has anything, I'll send them your way.
Or if you stumble across anything, let us know, so that way we can do what we can to sort out the fact from fiction, because as Tiny said, there's too many things trying to paint a certain narrative.
Right.
And Ranulf, just so you know, whatever you believe is, you know, it's really your business. There's nothing against the law about having an opinion of leadership, and we don't always have to see eye to eye for me to at least defend your right to that. And, whatever happens, you know, as long as the law is followed, as long as those who choose not to go whatever path we choose have the right to leave, then I think all is well.
So you would not defend the chief against my challenge?
I didn't say that. What I said was, if you defeat the chief, then the clan would no longer be the chief's, and whatever I choose to do, whether to leave or stay at that point, I would not hold that against the people who did so legally. I was loyal to Cole, and Cole was loyal to the chief, and I owe a lot of my freedom to the actions they both took. So my particular circumstance is a little different than a lot of people's, but that doesn't mean that I harbor ill will toward people who want to go a different way.
I think, Ranulf, the best thing would be is if you've got evidence to persuade us that that's the best course of action, or that there is wrongdoing, that if that's the way you want to go, I think that's the best way that you'd be able to persuade matters on our end, is if you have something to go ahead and state that this is what's going on and something to show for it. I know you said that's difficult, but I think that would set many minds at ease.
Yeah. That sounds though you wouldn't let natural things come. You'd consider defending him.
Consider defending everyone, Ranulf. I consider defending everyone here.
In a challenge?
I'm more likely to step in for the weaker party in most cases. But everyone has their own perspective on things.
All right.
I will say, well, I for one don't really care one way or another the actions you take. If you don't have evidence to support it, those who don't believe you will build resentment. It's not good to start a leadership on resentment.
Right.
So get us proof or not.
Yeah.
Or hell, just find something against Fen as a starting point would be my guess.
Your feuds are quite famous.
Huh?
I've heard of things, but yeah.
Oh, no. One of these days.
Hmm.
But maybe some training sessions between you and I at some point might be good, Renolf.
That's I've learned much for now. Oh. Anything else for now? Okay. Then let's go ahead and take our break. Alrighty. What's everybody doing?
Ooh, I was muted. I am okay.
My birthday dinner is cooking.
What are you getting? What are you getting? What are you getting?
So, Mom makes corned beef and cabbage for my birthday every year because coincidentally tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day, and that's the way things work. So, we had some at my aunt's house yesterday, but that was her batch. So today, Mom is making my batch for my birthday.
Enough.
And I'm so excited because I'm going to bring a huge bunch of it to work tomorrow, and everyone is going to be jealous.
Nice.
In reality, no one's going to be jealous, but I like to think they will be.
I'm sorry, my birthday present to you is gaslighting you.
That's okay. Everybody's gaslighting me on Thursday.
Yes, well, the party is called the Gaslighters.
No, the Dragon Gaslighters.
Yeah.
And I, the only Dragonborn in that group.
Yep.
And the one being gaslit.
Matt, I did get confused about our weeks a little bit.
hmm
So I had week 5 was the tree with Alvis, and then we spent downtime fortifying the clan. And then was it a quest that with the theft near the lighthouse, and then we investigated the shipwreck? Or is that still part of that downtime? Is that the start of the week 6?
Yeah, so we should have started week 5 when the merchant came.
That was a long time ago.
That was the start of week 5.
I have week 4 as the ship captain arriving.
Okay. That should have been the end of week 4.
Oh, okay.
But it started week 5, and then
Okay.
you did the tree week 5. Oh,
Yes.
not the tree, the wraith week 5.
Hmm.
And then you would have done the tree week 6.
Oh, okay. So then I'm a week behind. I have the Wraith as week 4.
So we're week 7?
I was going
Where-
to.
Where does the lighthouse investigation fall? Is that is that the start of a new week?
Right. So the tree was week 6, and then the ship essentially would be a week 7.
Okay. And training goes with week 7?
No,
That
that
was
would be
just
week 8.
Okay, so we just started week 8.
Did we get downtime then for week 7 with the
So,
ship?
so because of the way we're doing it, we did this similarly in spring, where, like, in other words, you're processing all this, but it could be closer, but as far as game 9 is being the week, so you're getting 1 week for the ship
Got it. Okay.
for the downtime, and you haven't done anything else to get downtime.
Yeah, perfect.
All
Okay.
the other things you're doing are non-downtime.
You did what? You just did 1 week on the training.
Right. That's just not a downtime thing.
Can we then, but this is more like a game question for everybody. Could we then say that the rest of the clan used that week that we were training to do one of the non-party downtime upgrades to the clan?
Yeah, you're asking everybody else.
Sounds good.
Cool.
So then we could bring RF3 to rank 2, or we could bring RF10 to rank 3.
I chose last time. I'll let somebody else choose.
I say whatever one to rank 2. So
I kind of agree. Okay, great. That's all of my questions. I appreciate.
We'll meet again next week.
One second.
Well, shall we go talk to Braggy and his family then about what's going on with them?
Man, I feel like after hearing what we just heard, like I'm starting to wonder if all this stuff is just a collection of a chaotic mess that's going on because of all the discontent. Like there's clearly a bunch of factions growing in our clan here, and people are wanting change, and I'm wondering if all of this is just a series of unrelated, interconnected, wild things. But we can definitely talk to Braggy.
I mean, Braggy, I think Tiny, if anyone's going to talk to Braggy, Braggy's going to tell you the truth the most likely, because it seems that Ranulph was letting on that Braggy has a sweet spot for somebody.
Well, why does it have to be? It could be Asphalt, or it could be Bjorg.
He seemed to be more of the taco, not hot dog persuasion. Just saying, Tiny.
Right, but that's what I was saying though. Like Asphalt and Bjork, right?
Tiny, how come you don't want to talk to Braggy?
I have no problem talking to Braggy. I just wasn't sure what Gorgana was getting at, and I this is news to me.
I think Braggy might have a crush on you.
Well, we don't know who he has a crush on. We just know he has a crush on somebody, right? Or do we even know that? I feel like only one person knows that.
I may have insinuated that, that it might be great for you to be set up with one of at the beginning of fall. That might be my fault, Tiny.
All right. Well, regardless, we definitely need to. We'll talk to Braggy and. Find out where Braggy stands on all this.
Thank you. What is it, 800?
So you're going to talk to Braggy then? Who's going?
I assume we all might, unless somebody doesn't want to.
Yeah.
I'm like rushing through all my notes, trying to remember half these people. So many people in our clan. Like we haven't even seen JoJo.
Mercedes!
All right.
Selvig. Erlich.
Ezekiel, let's go. Come on.
Indeed. All right. So head over to the Benison's farmstead.
Yep.
All right. So in that case, making your way, you do hear a little bit of singing coming from the Benisons as they're enjoying a nice, at this point we'll say somewhat evening night. They're enjoying themselves as you make your way to the large house of Benna, her 3 husbands.
Wait, repeat that again? Her 3 husbands?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Benna was orc,
Did-
right?
Yes.
Do they all have
It was
shadows?
Braggy.
Yes, they do all have shadows.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we know them. That I think this was before you joined our team here, Corgana. But yeah, they were one of the first people we met, and look forward to seeing them all again.
Well, it should be an eventful evening. And now that I know you've been trying to connect with some of your roots, Tiny, they might see that as an opportunity to connect more with you into the family, frankly speaking.
Well, maybe. I guess we'll find out. Maybe they're celebrating one of the orc holidays. I'm going to go up and just knock on the door.
Griff, do you want to stay back in case they try to hook you up with one of the daughters?
All right.
I mean-
They open the door and they kind of go, "Oh, hello, Hairstairs."
Hello. We're sorry to barge in at this late an hour. But would you all mind if we came
Kind of
in?
abruptly stop the song. Oh yeah, come in. Praggy, why don't you get her something? Get her a drink. Oh, of course.
Okay. I'm just gonna
You,
walk
a
in
mug of ale.
awkwardly.
Yeah, they give you a mug of ale, have you sit down. Braggy
Oh.
sit next to you. Welcome to Tiny.
Oh, well, thank you, Braggy.
I immediately want to insight check if that Braggy really likes Tiny. Immediately.
Yeah, go ahead.
25.
Ooh.
He seems very smitten.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Was that the song?
That's the song that you came in listening
I couldn't hear it very well, but I okay. Now I know why they stopped it. Oh, yeah, well, we've been investigating a lot of things in the city here or the town, the clan, and beginning with a shipwreck last night. And it's led us to a bunch of different crazy things going on in the clan, and we were just curious if anyone here knew anything or had seen anything strange or anything of that. Right, Hist?
Oh, yes, it's just a weird phenomenon that we were just looking into.
So then, no, I don't think we've seen anything.
Have you? Do you all know or keep company with Grindel?
They look at you like you just said the stupidest thing on earth.
Oh, well, yeah.
But I mean, what I think she meant to ask is, do you have any ill will towards him?
Continue really stupid stare. And finally, Benna speaks up. Hairstairs, as we said in spring, my family, don't pursue that offense here.
Right. I remember that. I was. Oh, go ahead, Corgana.
Go ahead. No, please go ahead, Tiny.
All right, I'll continue to put a foot in my mouth.
I guess we know that. and we appreciate it.
And yet you're here asking.
Well, misfortunes are befalling the Grindelson family,
Oh no.
right? And as somebody with an interest here, though you have been very mature and very clan forward in your handling of it, have you heard any rumblings of anybody else? Maybe that you've heard might have an interest in taking down that family. We are just trying to do our due diligence. And we're not here to point fingers, we're just here to ask questions.
No, we've not heard from anyone wanting to do ill will towards that man.
It's good. Oh, good.
Tiny's just socially awkward and doesn't know how to ask to spend time with Braggy otherwise.
What? I know what?
Braggy,
Chief?
how have you been holding up?
I've been holding my loot. I mean, I'm just gonna. I'm really tired. As he leaves, and Benna just rolls her eyes.
He's been the only one holding his loot, it seems.
He's having. I'm just a mom here, and sometimes having 3 dads is a lot. I wonder if one of you could be a male figure to him.
Well, I'm not a male, but I'm
not sure that would help. Maybe.
Oh,
No offense, dear. Just a woman as beautiful as you coming to a man when he's down, it doesn't always make them confident.
right.
I think Griff would probably be better at raising his confidence.
Love how everybody's volunteering everybody else.
Don't get me wrong, I will talk to him, but don't quite think I'm the achieving.
Everybody
standard.
says these looks like, please, Griff, but she can't say no to Hist.
I feel like I want to see Hist try and be somebody's romance guru.
Oh God, yes. Things I didn't know I needed.
That history letter starts to be led over to Braggy.
Oh,
Yes, I have the 0 plus charisma, like male wife, buff guy be the romance guru.
It's you or Hist on this matter, so
I guess I'll give it a go.
The old college try.
I only have one bit of advice.
Yes.
What's your one advice, Griff?
If she has bigger muscles than you, appreciate them.
I will pass that along.
All right. Go up and he's slowly singing his song and humming, then stops again when you come in.
I'm sorry to bother. I don't know. I am Hist.
Oh yes, you make really good filler for the songs because you don't say a lot, and I could just make you say anything, and who knows, maybe that's what he was thinking. So I appreciate you.
No,
I'm sorry. I'm just having a really hard time. Like when beauty and bravery are wrapped in the same golden package. One who knows her smile has known a perfect thing. tell me, how well do you know the Queen of my heart, Tiny Tusk? Has she ever mentioned me?
Yes.
The time has come to reveal the true feelings of my heart. Though, I mean, I would never expect her to notice a scrawny bard, barely a skald. Prithee, my friend, assist me in my brilliant plan to win my lady love?
Oh, I guess I could assist. What exactly is this plan?
Mm. Well, I'm wondering, I mean, I could never directly approach her. I mean, she is a goddess in the flesh, and I am but a meager man. But maybe you could woo her on my behalf? Maybe singing her songs or reciting poems, of course, that I've written. And then eventually revealing that I am the true author. And then you see how she responds?
I will if that's what you want, but I think it would be more genuine if it came from you. Not even more for the fact that Tiny is a very forward person. I think
Okay.
she would appreciate a much more forward approach to things. She usually does not mince words amongst friends, so I don't think she'd want to amongst someone she has interest in.
Let's see. Give me a persuasion check.
His actually isn't awful. Persuasion. 16.
Okay, I mean, you obviously know her best. So what tactic do you think is best?
Well, personally, I just think you should find the time that. I think you should find her one night after practice. I'll let you know. We're training again next week. You
Okay.
should serenade her in the streets. Or just tell her.
Serenader. So okay, so I can write an original song and sing it to her myself in the middle of the street, in front of everyone, so she can feel it right after practice.
No, maybe
No.
a bit for maybe a closer to a private event is better than a showy affair, in my opinion.
So not so much price. Like, would that mean? Okay. Can you invite her to the spot?
Yes.
Okay, and then I will be there, and of course she can know it's me, ready to knock her out with, and hopefully let her know my heart.
Exactly. Just make sure you're earnest in how you express your feelings. I find that usually goes better for most than beating around the bush.
Okay. I'll write a brand new song, not even the one that I sing for the taverns every night. It's the one you came in on. I mean, I disguised it. I'm sure no one knows I'm talking about her. I'll an original one. Thanks, Halak. I mean, sorry. Thanks, Hist.
Oh, no problem. I'm glad I could have helped.
Give you a nice big hug. Oh, you're feel a little bit weird under there, but
Oh, yes.
you're a good friend.
No problem. It's.
And now sing your praises, Hist.
Thank you.
The
I'll
Lord
show
of
you
all
how
trysts. A tryst planned by Hist. Yes, it's forming now.
I'll be honored to
Shall
hear
not
it
be
someday.
missed. But if you do it, don't show up pissed. Something like that. I'll get the rhythm.
Well, I'll let you work on your song, and I'll let you know what day.
Okay.
And just to take his leave.
Amazing. We're back downstairs.
Don't worry, Benna. Braggy's in great hands. His is actually a really good spiritual guide. He has helped me on at least one occasion.
Um, but yes, I mean, as we were saying, we're not sure. We haven't known too many odd things coming. Any other questions here, sirs?
Which of your daughters? Oh, go ahead, Tiny.
No, go ahead, Corcana, please.
No, I promised Griff
Please.
I'd be myself. I promised. Griff
I'm
I'd be
going to slap my hand over Corgana's snout and hold it shut.
How have things been going on the farm in general? Anything strange? Anything going missing?
Thanks for a moment. No, can't say there have been, dear. Things have been pretty good. No issues. No one's stealing a thing.
Have you been happy with the way autumn is going so far?
Yes, tell you the truth, it's been harder with Grindel, but there's a lot of pain there. And he's been expanding, but it's been fine. Everything has been good. The raid came back, and not one of my sons died in it, which some I think judge us for, but
When you say he's expanding, he's been moving closer to the farms?
no, I just mean he had the merchant in, his influence with Raffinheim grows. It's just, I guess ours does too.
What?
You kind of hope that maybe someone will just disappear if you ignore him, and if things go this way, both us and him will be a leading voice in all things for many, many years.
What's your take on the direction of the clan? Been asking a lot of people that lately, and we know that there's been a lot of hardships and a lot of people that they say they've seen things or they've it's just important that we are understanding if there are any issues regarding the chief or the clan or anything that's causing problems.
I would say currently I support our chief.
Is that honest?
Oh yeah, let me insight check that.
Go ahead.
Not a great roll. That's a plus what? Okay. It's a 13.
13. What did
Just to
Fuck
see.
it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
22.
Ooh,
okay,
much better.
got it. So she supports, but might be a little bit division. Well, I would say there's questions. Do you think that she might be able to be influenced to not support, but there's some reticence? So I think she's being dishonest, but to say that she doesn't have any misgivings wouldn't be true.
Okay.
that could be stoked.
Corgana, was there any other questions that you had?
My hand is still around Corgana's snout.
Benna, the clan trusts you. You guys have been around and dependable for a long time. Has anybody come to you seeking advice about the future of the clan? Has anybody come to you confiding any feelings in you?
Not in particular. Braggy might be a little more questioning than me, though he still is loyal to the chief. But I think if any particular notice as far as confidence, I wouldn't say so. I mean, people ask and the rumors go about.
Well, if anything that particularly stands out, if somebody comes to you or anything like that, you'll let us know?
Of course.
All right. Thank you for your hospitality again, as always.
Of course. Anytime, here, sirs.
Do you celebrate any orc holidays?
I can't say we do. I was taken from my own tribe when I was very young, and owned by, well, you know who. And the only culture I knew was his ownership.
Yeah, I do. I know what you mean. I had I was in a similar situation. I used to create my own. I've always wondered what the real ones are.
Well, if you let us know, we'd be glad to host one of your holidays.
Oh, really?
Yes, especially if you have an eye for one of my sons. It's a great time. Just saying. Even if you don't have an eye, but just want to have an eye for the night.
Jeez. Well, I'll definitely get in touch for the next major holiday coming around.
Yeah. And not even one. Have 3, 4 if you want.
Oh, holidays. Wow.
No, the sons.
Oh. Oh.
You can always make more.
Asphalt.
Ah,
I need help.
just say thank you and excuse yourself.
Thank you. Excuse me.
Corgana looks like they want to say something.
Just hear the.
Not a word.
Griff, what if it's not about what you think it's about?
Griff releases Corgana's snout.
Oh no.
Anna, do you have any spare loots lying around the house so that we can give to Tiny so Tiny can practice?
Let's go, everybody,
yes,
outside!
You do it. There's one thrown right at you. That sounds like a great idea.
Is there a problem, Asphalt?
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Let's go!
Tiny's usually green. Right now she's red, and she is walking out the room.
Gorgana will just pass the lead off to Tiny nonchalantly.
It just comes down, despite the fact that you can't see any of him, somehow he still looks embarrassed.
His
The
mask-
bastards red
Russian.
anime.
Little steam coming off you, Hist?
So what does all this mean for our investigation?
Well, I don't think they know anything. Or they haven't heard anything. I mean, I believe her. I don't think they're as involved.
Or that it's different pieces within the family, because like her sons are. She seems to be knowing what's going on or what she wants for her family, but yeah, it could just be a loose thread as in this coinky dink of mess.
Yeah.
It is noteworthy what she said about how Grindel's kind of expanding merchants into the clan. I mean, if he's grabbing for more power and influence, and then he's asking at the Lost Stone how to lawfully ask Ruffin to challenge him for the clan,
So
that seems like big news.
Yeah, so maybe whoever did this to him is also not happy with the expansion and all the merchants.
That could be anybody who doesn't want to see outsiders.
I know. It doesn't really narrow it down, but at least maybe it could be a motive. I mean, we don't even know. I'm still... I don't know. I don't know if this investigation is going to turn out the results that we thought it would. And that worries me, because if we're not able to solve this, it's going to just bring more discontent within the clan.
Is there anybody who's like particularly loyal to the chief? Like besides us or whatever? Somebody who might want to be taking Grindel down so that he doesn't make a grab for the clan?
Sven? Quotation marks?
It always comes back to Sven.
It's possible. I mean, when I last spoke to Sven, he didn't... I don't know if it was loyalty that was his biggest draw. I think it was opportunity. And maybe I misread it, but at least my little conversation with him, that's kind of the vibe I got.
So what happens if you think Sven could set us up to fall and him take over if Ruffin falls?
I mean, he didn't seem particularly against us, but maybe I missed it. I mean, anything's possible. Even, I mean, anything at this point. I'm not ruling out anybody or anything.
By the way, Griff, thank you for stopping me from saying, because I promised I'd behave.
Oh, I had a backup just in case. I was going to silence you.
I just deserved it, so. But
I was braggiest.
yeah, how was Braggy?
Oh, we chatted. It was all right, I guess. I think it gave the young man good advice.
Yeah? What'd you
Yeah.
talk about?
Feel it's insensitive to share that private information.
Oh,
However, I do have something to show you next week.
next week?
Are you working on something for us, Hist?
Oh, no, just Tiny.
Ooh. I'm sure it will be magical and full of fiery passion and explosion that you are renowned for, Hist.
Oh, no, it's, yeah, sure.
I don't mind if everybody wants to see it, unless it's like super, if it's just something you wanted to give me.
Oh, it would just probably be best if the others weren't there.
I kind of look at Asphalt. I'm like, Asphalt, you think? I just whisper, is Hiss coming on to me or something?
Oh, it's hard to tell when he wears that. He could be. Why don't you try extended eye contact and see if that changes anything?
Okay. I just bug eye stare.
He's never really looked at anyone in the eyes. He's just kind of always looking forwards. So
I think it's working.
his like helmet doesn't really move.
Griff, they're acting really weird, everybody.
Yeah. Really weird.
Are we the only sane people here?
I worry for the clan.
So yes, we're the only sane people here.
Yeah.
You okay?
I've just been thinking with this whole stealing of Shadow's curse thing going around, and then like the dragon taking up residence in the bay, and it just doesn't it's making me think winter's going to be pretty hard this year.
I mean, we did well in the summer. It couldn't possibly be worse than last winter.
Oh, no, you just said the thing. Now it's going to be bad.
You said it first.
No, it's the way you said it. It's the way you said it. Whenever somebody says, oh, it's not going to be as bad as you think, it always is going to be like 10 times worse.
Can we blame Bjork for that? Because, that's her optimism, I think. Because before I met you fucks, I don't think I would have ever said something like that.
Yeah, it's the optimist's fault. It's the optimist's fault.
Okay, so it's Bjork and Asphalt's fault. Got it.
Where is Bjork anyway? Like, oh, right. The dragon has her in a coma. Knocked her out.
She's probably investigating something else for all we know. She's rather sneaky. But shall we go? Since what I guess all of us need to answer the question: what the fuck do we want to do now? Since we don't feel we're getting anywhere with this.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Well, I think the only thing we do know is that somehow somebody has it out for you, Corgana. So maybe we should just keep an eye on you.
I mean, then I'm going to need at some point during this week for you all to get some earplugs or something.
Well, I can always cast silence on you instead.
I don't. Fuck you, Griff. Fuck you.
It only lasts 10 minutes. I feel like Corgana's like stopping off at this point. He's like, it only lasts 10 minutes.
That's not long enough, Griff. But honestly, with you saying that, Griff, I don't think you guys should. Because if we're getting nowhere with poking our noses places, sometimes maybe if I'm alone, it will give people the opportunity to poke their nose into us instead. Like, I could be bait to draw things out.
And honestly, no offense, Gorgana, but I have a lot more faith on you being in bait than Gundel, who has probably never fought much in her life, other than when she's in her wolf form. Because we did have that one fight while she was in her wolf form.
I think that's a fair assessment based on how things have gone. But yes, I think that perhaps giving me some space and seeing what comes of that might be the way for things to come. And I'll let you guys know if anything pops up.
Gorgana,
Yes, that's fault.
last night I was talking to Gondel and it kind of occurred to me, right, that like maybe she was the one who took her dad's shadow. And like I ruled that out pretty quickly, but then I was sort of thinking, is there somebody besides us who knew about what was going on with her and maybe wanted to protect her on her behalf or something? I mean, you know her the best. Does she have anybody who would advocate for her like that? Like, besides us, of course.
I mean, we tried to figure out what was going on with her being mistreated at Raffensheim for sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, Matt. It was Saris, correct? That was the one who helped after the whole situation. Yeah. So, like, Saris saw it all and was helping take care of her. Like, she saw what happened. Like,
does Saris know how to use magic?
She. Like, that's the only thing that, that's the only person I know about it, unless, there's someone. I mean, the other option, if we're talking about Grindel, is like, there could have been people who saw how she got treated and said, oh, we can take it out on the father too, sort of thing. We just don't need them here at all. Like, there's a lot.
And Gorgana, if you want to like do a private investigation, you could talk to her. Maybe she'll talk to you, since you share a lot of things.
Excuse me, Tiny. Things are still newish there.
Didn't seem new to me.
You made Tiny sleep in a corner.
Yeah,
I did no such thing. I mean, Tiny. I mean, the house we just came from. If you said you wanted to have your way with any of her sons, you could have had a field picnic tonight, and that would have been new. Like, so, but I'll. She's been through a lot. I will ask her to see if there's anything I can find out that won't get me kicked out for the winter. How about that?
Okay. I mean, it's just to protect everybody. It's not meant to,
I gotcha. I think that of all of the people to go after, like, sure, she could be angry at her father, but like, she could be easily angry at her brother, or anyone in Roffen. She could have gone after Sven if that was the case. Like, there's so many easy targets to go after.
Sven used to be a merchant. I'm so sorry to interrupt you, Gorgana. I thought. Go ahead.
No, that's like, maybe Sven has relations with the new merchants that are in town. We don't know.
What if Grindel brought him here to get close to the chief, to take him out?
Like, that would.
If Grindel's making a move for the clan. Oh, my head.
That's a thought. But that doesn't answer the question of what do we want to do.
Yeah, sorry. No, it doesn't.
No, it's like, again, there are like 6,000 what if situations, but again, we can't take action because we have no proof, right? But then do we want to just go ahead and disregard Grindel's request as he's just trying to make it look like he's not the bad guy? Or like, what are we going to do? Or are we going to continue to let things play out?
Well, I don't know if there's an active lead that we can follow up. So the case has gone cold, but if new information presents itself, we can reopen the investigation. It's just that I think we have gone to every location, spoken to every possible lead, and we've gotten nowhere. So maybe it's time we do put this on ice and continue forward. Not close it, not stop it, not stop investigating necessarily, just recognize that all we can do now is just talk about theories, and that's just going to lead to a bunch of I mean, we could really go crazy with our theories.
So then we're thinking we'll let this sit and we'll continue to fortify and train people, keep our eyes and ears out for things, and leave me out for bait.
Well, no, we're not leaving you out for bait. We're just going about our day-to-day normal lives. So it's not like you're ever fully, truly alone, except for your time when you go off to the lighthouse, which I might recommend you not do for now. But other than that, I think it's fairly normal.
I go other places, Tiny, other than just the lighthouse.
Maybe just don't go too far. Like maybe have a friend, a buddy system, if you have to explore.
Asphalt can turn into a spider.
Yeah, again.
Do you really want to hear my private thoughts like that, Asphalt?
As long as you're not, playing the lute for Gondel, that's fine with me.
I'm good there, Asphalt. Thanks. I'm good. Thank you. I'll think on that.
All right. Well, moving on. Before we began this investigation, and before the ships came, what were we doing?
Fortifying the town, training.
Okay.
Yeah, there wasn't necessarily anything on any of this interrupted. It just was a further.
We had just finished resolving things with the elves.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, which a logging place has been made that helps the logging downtime activity.
Yeah. Oh, which would be a good time for me to mention about. So, I might be possessed.
Wait, what?
What?
I mean, I don't fully know if I'm possessed, but given everything that's been going on, now I'm worried that maybe I'm involved because I heard like a voice in my head after we finished fighting the Wraith.
Like Rudy's in you again?
I mean, it was definitely not one of you because I checked. But yeah, the voice was definitely, I believe it was Rudy. It was.
Tiny, you now here. Tiny, there's a lot of us in here, not one, and we'll never possess you.
Who are you? How many?
I'm Asphalt.
How many of you are in there?
Oh, there's quite a few of us, but I'm the representative. You did meet me, and then you killed me, but I'm Edwina.
Edwina?
Yes.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
The Elven Queen?
You've met me already.
Oh, I have met you.
Yep, you've shaken me to death.
Oh, I mean, that wasn't me, to be fair. That
right,
was
but you met me before that.
Right.
I'm just messing with you. It's all good now.
Hey, well,
I've
I didn't mean
accepted
to
that a while
strangle you.
ago. But you killed my brother, and now you've got me.
Oh.
And the others.
and the others. Okay.
Is Tiny
So-
saying all this out loud?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so there's a lot of them in there, including the queen. Wow.
And how did this precisely happen, Tiny?
I mean, I think something happened when we killed the Wraith, and they must have had all those spirits with them, and then they somehow possibly got into my head.
Bless you.
One of them
The
just
ghost bus sneezed in your head.
Does it hurt?
not yet. I mean, they've been
Do we
very
need to
nice.
tie you up at night?
I hope not. But it is a possibility that I'm involved, and if I am involved, then we should probably, just make sure I don't wander off. But they did say they weren't possessing me, so I don't think they're possessing me. Let me do an insight check on that. That's 24.
I mean, I gave you the details.
Fair enough.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, I don't
So-
think they're possessing me.
Could they influence the way your magic is? Could they have given you wrong readings if they want to see us fail?
I mean, I believe what they said was true.
Well, I meant more can they mess with your magic in a way, because maybe it wasn't Ranulph, but it was somebody else or something like that. I don't know. I'm just asking if can they mess with your magic in that way, and where they're just they're just deciding to have fun with you, and give you false leads.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's not the way you describe the voices in your head to me, Tiny.
Well, I thought it was one thing, and I think it's actually a different thing now. I mean, to be fair, I haven't really spoken to them very often.
What do they want, Tiny?
I think nothing at the moment.
Why don't you ask?
What?
Why don't you ask them?
I feel like it would be rude.
To ask somebody what they want? Tiny, what do you want?
Well, I mean, I want us to figure out how to help the clan, and figure out what's going on, and survive winter. But that's about it.
Did you feel I was being rude in asking you what you wanted?
No.
So, by extension, asking what you want isn't necessarily a rude thing. Maybe you, Griff, Mana, and your voices in your head can all have a four-way, like a double date sort of thing.
Queen Edwina, if there's something you want, you can, let me know.
As the whispers all sort of come in, we're good, we're fine.
Okay. They said they want me to kill you. No, I'm just kidding. They said they were fine. They're fine.
Did we lose Matt?
He is frozen.
Okay.
We
Oh,
just
no.
had to let it go. Griff, would you do that with Tiny? Go on a double date with Mana and the voices in their head?
What is your obsession, Corgana, with setting other people up? Is it because you have found happiness again? That you need to pair everybody up? Why can't you find a nice significant other for Asphalt over here?
Hello? No. Not my priority.
Well, so Matt has lost power, it seems, according to Discord. But here we are. To answer your question, Griff, I was trying to do this before the Gondel and I became apparently a thing. So this existed beforehand. And if we had to look at it from a impartial perspective, maybe it's because I want you all to be safe and not be like me in feeling alone or isolated and angry at the world. And I want you all to have good things and find things instead of just problems to enjoy in your lives. Because I don't want people to be like me.
That was really, really touching. But no, I will not be like you.
You are secretly a really sensitive soul, Corgana, even though you come off as really intense. How has it been? Your whatever it is with Gondel. I mean, if this is the first time since your wife, kind of seems like maybe it might be really scary what's been going on with her, that she might get hurt.
It's a mess, Asphalt. Like I said last night, in ways it feels like it's a betrayal to my wife, especially seeing that Griff and your wife are so connected. Maybe my wife's there, I just don't know how to listen to them. And then seeing them knowing that they might be like, there's a lot of feelings and I don't like them and I don't know what to do with them. And like I want to make sure that they're safe and don't have to worry about what happened at Raffensheim or their father and that whole mess. Like I told Ranulph that, I'm would rather fight for the underdog just because it's easier to, there's a lot of people that can't stand up and fight for themselves. So like there's a lot of feels and I don't know what to do with them. And I admit that me trying to hook other people up is a nice distraction from my feelings and watching you all suffer in that regard. No offense, Griff. But it's that Grim Hollows sort of humor where cool, I'm in this dark space, but if I can go ahead and find something else to laugh at, even if it's a little thing, it makes it a little bit better.
I guess as a better alternative than your usual, stabbing people in the back or violence or betraying them, stuff like that.
I don't think that I've ever stabbed anybody in the back. I certainly have betrayed people before. But sometimes you just have to survive. So, like, there's very little I wouldn't do to protect the ones that I care about.
What about you, Hist? Have you ever been in love?
Oh, no. No, I don't think I'm capable of that.
No?
No, I've never felt love towards anyone around me.
Not even us?
No, I feel a sense of familiarity. But I can't say that that is what I'd quantify as love.
So you don't love us?
Not in the literal sense.
Well, Asphalt, have you ever been in love?
Not like that. I mean, for me, it's sort of a little bit predetermined in that, I'm training to be the keeper of my family's heirloom thing, and she gestures to her big sword in the stone. It's kind of like how, we can't really take commitments other than our commitment to Cliffhanger.
But being a herster is a commitment, Asphalt, so how does that work?
Yeah.
How are you dealing with that? Because that seems like that's a thing for you right now.
Well, actually, Hist helped me a little bit. Just kind of get in touch with my purpose. It's a righteous purpose. I don't really understand it, but that's kind of also part of the gig. You sort of have to let go of trying to understand it, and you just gotta follow the path. And Cliffhanger says that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And even though I don't think it makes sense, you gotta stop resisting. Yeah.
So I'm looking at a bunch of paradoxes here in what you're saying, Asphalt, because this is a family obligation, yes?
Yeah, I guess so. Like community obligation. Yeah.
So if you don't have any children and your other members of the family don't have children.
No. It's just me. It's just me.
Okay. I'm just was trying to understand, like, if it's a you
Yeah.
thing. Then...
I was sort of sent away on like an apprenticeship kind of a thing. It's
Sent
just
away?
me. Yeah, up on the mountain.
On the mountain?
Yeah, where Cliffhanger usually is. Oopsie.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Go back. You were sent away to the mountain?
Yeah, up on the mountain. Yeah, that's where me and my teacher, the keeper, that's where we stay to watch over Cliffhanger. Usually, again, my bad.
So, why did they send you? Wait a minute. I mean, I get why, but what is that normal?
Well, for the keepers, yeah. I went up because I was chosen. And then you kind of live, in the little hut on the mountain.
Well, so when did you start working for those others?
What others?
The people that the people you were working for when we first met?
Oh, here?
Yep.
Oh, well, okay. It was low-key bad. But all right, so there's my brother. And he was chosen too, right? But he's chosen, to be the head of the family. I was chosen to be the keeper. But then he kind of left a little while ago. He said that he was on a pilgrimage of self-discovery. And then, so we're still waiting for him to come back, But that's probably because he's doing some amazing, amazing things. He's really just so powerful and smart and beautiful. And he's really going to save the whole world. You know what I mean? But then he didn't come back. And I kind of need him, right? So I left to go look for him.
What was your brother like?
Oh, man. He's tall and strong, but also really fast. And he's so charming. Everybody loves him. He walks into a tavern and he's the life of the party. And, if there's a cat stuck in a tree, he's getting that cat for you.
Well, what did he do for you?
Well, what do you mean?
Like, did he get your cat from a tree, or did he do things for you, or?
No, it was sort of like I would help him get the cats from the tree sometimes if I was around, but then I went to go live on the mountain.
What do you mean you would help him get the cats out of the tree?
Well, sometimes he would get himself into a little bit of trouble. Maybe he'd drink a little too much, or get in with the bad guy the wrong way, and I would just sort of help him get out of it a little bit.
And did that happen a lot?
Well, I mean, what's a lot? We grew up together.
Like all the time?
Like Well, I mean, that's what I was good for. You know what I mean? He was good at making people have hope and belief, and he was good at saving the day. But, you know, that's hard on a person. And I was good at saving him.
Okay,
So
but
you're
yeah, I think we're asking the same question.
so you're saying that your brother might be a cult leader somewhere.
No.
Well, he said he'd get into bad things with people, and and get in with the wrong people in a bad sort of way.
Well, no. Just sort of like, you know, like when you're in the heat of the moment and like you're a little too sassy or you're a little too, and then, you know, but it always worked out for him. I mean, it's fine.
Wait a
But it
minute.
didn't work out for you.
But you say he gave people hope.
Yeah.
How?
Well, just kind of like Cole, you know? Like if Cole was there, you just kind of had this sense that it would be okay. Cole
Well,
was
yeah.
powerful and strong and wise. He was all those things. Is. I don't know why I'm saying was. I'm still going to find him.
Wait, Cole?
No, my brother.
Okay, well, yeah. Well, I mean, if you were talking about Cole, are you talking about Cole? Like, you mean Cole as in Michael?
Yeah, they were sometimes, in a way, a little similar.
Who's Michael?
Okay.
No, Michael.
Oh.
Her Cole.
Yeah. So let me wait, hold on. I have to have a question because Cole, I mean, I don't know if I call him wise, but he was good with like hammers and stuff, and he would smash people with those hammers and break their skulls, and he would knock over buildings, and he would tell these stories while drinking. A lot of his stories weren't exactly what's the word?
True.
Yeah. But he definitely did a lot of beating people up, but he loved animals.
Wait, what are you talking about? Cole was a mighty hero. Cole used to tell stories all the time about the giants that he slayed and the wolves that he fended off in the winter.
I know. And I can see we're about to call it a night here, so I'll just end with this. And that's to say that some of the stories Cole told, they kind of changed over time. I just never wanted to bring it up to him because, I was always really happy about hearing the stories, but the size of the animals involved or the enemies or the names of the enemies and the dates or how many enemies there were. I mean, a lot of those details just kind of changed a lot over time. But yeah, but he was still a hero. He still did a lot of amazing things. But if he was talking, usually with drink.
Think of it this way, Asphalt. A lot of times, the fishermen will be out there talking up the kind of catch we've gotten. Sometimes it's this big. Sometimes it's this big. Cole was like that. Like he might have done a lot of great things, but he also he liked to exaggerate. All for the story,
But Cole used to tell me that I should believe in myself.
Well, that
Is that an
true.
exaggeration too?
No. I'm talking about if he was talking about the number of people on a battlefield. All of his stories had a real true moral story to him. And most of the details were correct. Like if he told you he beat somebody, he did. Or if he told you he won that fight, he did. It's just the details would sometimes, and I guess he was just getting old, to be fair. But
Right.
But yeah, I mean, if he told you things, he used to tell me things too, and they were all true as far as I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I really adore Cole, but everybody has that one thing, right? That one weakness, and for him, it was just numbers. And
I'm sure we all have something.
Yeah, I don't mean to upset you, Asphalt. I mean, I loved Cole more than anybody, and he saved my life. That part is very true. But if he was to tell you the story of how he saved my life, I imagine there might be a few details that got a little changed. But I wouldn't mind because it's Cole.
Yeah. You know, guys, I guess I'm not feeling too good. I think I'm gonna take a walk.
Oh, I messed up. I'm sorry, Asphalt.
No, you didn't mess up at all. You're okay.
I lied about everything. Cole told the truth. Always. Absolutely. He never lied. That was just me being jealous. I'm going to go take a walk.
No, I'm gonna take a walk.
Walk the other way.
Okay, I'll go the other way. Then Asphalt takes a walk.
Organa also takes a walk in this awkwardness.
We all go our separate ways.
This is just
And we can
standing
leave
there.
Matt to watch the VOD.
Well, Hiss, do you want to go and spy on people?
Yeah, why not?
All right, let's go spy on some people.
Good night, everyone. Once the stream ends, which should be
It's
soon.
probably not going to end until like on
Yeah.
StreamYard.
Oh,
But
okay.
Matt should be able to end it on Twitch, like from his phone. But I'm not sure on StreamYard. I tried getting in touch with Nebula. She might be napping, honestly, because this is her nap time. So StreamYard is probably just gonna keep going until Matt's able to get on it and like stop it.
Okay.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure, everybody, and some interesting pieces.
Yeah. But I think we should, in the spirit of brevity, we should still talk about the things that we enjoyed from the session.
Oh, we're gonna just put those out there in the open air like that.
I had a great time connecting clues out of thin air. We are hunting down a mystery that is completely fabricated, and yet it all seems connected. That's the beauty of tabletop role-playing games.
Uh-huh.
I also found it hilarious how we're just on a wild goose chase. And like, I'm never gonna do anything, but in my head, Hiss knows that Corgana did this and just feels like it's not his secret to tell. It just is going along with it.
That's so funny.
Obviously, that's not actually the case, but I just find that funny. And yeah, I find it so funny that we've just been hunting, going around asking people like, "Did you do this? Do you know information?"
I'm brought back to a phrase. Even though it has to do with zombies, it just imagine it doesn't have to do with zombies, but it applies here. The dead walk among us. The criminal walks among us. And I'm enjoying that we're able to just gaslight ourselves.
I feel as a player, as a DM in gaslighting my players is telling part of the story, to be a player on the telling the story of gaslighting bothers me drastically. I am very happy to hear your guys' feedback that yes, this is what we want to continue this, because to me it's like I feel a little sick as this is not who I am normally. And so it's a little sickening to be like, yeah, this is what we're doing, but this is what we're doing, and the dice have supported this is what we're doing. I'm like, I'm just ready for the house of cards to fall apart at any minute to try and then have to go somewhere else with this. But the dice just keep supporting this story, and you guys are doing wonderfully with it. So we will continue with this narrative for at least a few more weeks and see what comes of this.
Well, yeah, I think the old adage is true. Like, always deceive the characters, not the players. And I think when that happens and it's done in that manner, in that spirit, then it usually works out really well. And that's why this one is, that's why it works, I think, because it's not so much trying to deceive the players as much as just the characters buying into the story and kind of going with the flow. But yeah, great session all around. Lots of fun investigating, and always fun to go back and visit old NPCs as well. And but yeah, the Braggy thing, I think between Braggy and Hiss was a lot of fun for me to watch. So that was probably my highlight of the night or the day, and look forward to seeing what we do end up doing next.
Yeah.
All
Okie
right.
dokie. Goodbye, everybody.
See y'all next week.
Guys.
Bye.
Bye.